The list of Valley schools shutting down due to COVID-19 getting longer, all while the state is making it easier for districts to stay open. The Valley company that makes body cameras for police departments all across the country vowing to make changes after a summer of protests.
So that could make people, think again.
A Valley congressional district once considered a Republican stronghold could be up for grabs on November 3rd. We begin with yet another Valley school forced to close their doors because of coronavirus.
Fountain Hills High School going under a 2-week quarantine after they say so many students came into contact with someone who had tested positive. It's not clear if that confirmed case is another student or a faculty member.
The latest school shutdown coming as ABC 15 is learning the state has quietly changed how they're measuring the spread of coronavirus in classrooms. The health department set 3 recommended benchmarks back in August: cases per 100,000 people, percent positivity, and rates of coronavirus-like illness in the community. Originally, the state recommended a district go back to virtual learning if just one of those benchmarks was in the substantial spread category. But now they're recommending district schools meet all 3 for 2 weeks before going and closing classrooms. Tonight, ABC 15's Danielle Lerner is talking with school leaders who say a lack of communication is raising more questions and concerns.
We have approximately 600 students and staff that are currently quarantined throughout our district.
The superintendent of Mesa Public Schools, Dr. Andy Forlis, says her team is doing the best it can to keep their 67,000 students and staff safe. As of last Thursday, the district reported 44 active confirmed cases of COVID-19 linked to school campuses.
We study our metrics every single day in terms of case counts.
Also last Thursday, ADHS changed the recommended threshold for a return to virtual learning. Dr. Forlis says they officially confirmed the update on Monday.
I think that there's concern among our staff members and a lot of concern around this. Was kind of a quiet change, and it wasn't loudly advertised or explained, and so it caught us by surprise. I know what happened and what is now the guidance. I just don't have that understanding of why that was done.
The Arizona School Boards Association, which works with more than 240 school governing boards, also left with unanswered questions.
The first public acknowledgement I saw of it organizationally was when I read about it on Twitter from ABC 15.
Cotterman says they're now fielding calls from districts across the state. And while decisions to remain open or closed are still made at the local level, he says many school leaders are confused and concerned.
Some of them knew about it, some of them didn't. Some of them are concerned that by recommending what appears to be a stricter standard for going back to an all distance learning model, they will be pressured to stay open longer.
ADHS sending several statements to ABC 15, saying it updated the benchmarks, quote, to be consistent with the recent change in how counties can move between moderate and substantial spread on the business benchmarks. A spokesperson also pointing us to an interview with our news partners at KTAR on October 22nd, the same day the new guidance posted online. ADHS Director Dr. Kara Chris saying this when asked at what level the state would consider taking a step back in either schools or businesses.
What we would be looking for is all 3 metrics to return to a substantial category. So over 100 per 100,000 cases, over 10% positivity, and a significant increase in COVID-like illness in our hospitals.
Just today, Dr. Chris did post a blog on the ADH website saying that this updated guidance highlights state and county partnerships. She also said that discussions regarding this change started back in early October when some concerns were raised in their school reopenings work group about instability if school closures or a return to virtual learning hinged on only one benchmark. Now, I did also speak with the Department of Education. They say they were aware that conversations were happening and they were officially notified of the change last week, but they say it was their understanding that that information would be communicated to the school districts through their local county health departments. I'm Danielle Lerner, ABC 15, Arizona.